Hello and welcome to another lecture of Leo English Hub, and today we are going to learn 11th tense continuous perfect past tense. Before we move ahead, I would like to request you to subscribe our channel so that we get supported and you don't miss any important update ever. Before we start, I would also like to request you uh, to the new viewers that they must start learning from the very first lecture in our playlist so that they can learn step by step and effectively and they don't miss any lecture in between. So here we have continuous perfect past tense on your screen, positive negative formulas, subject plus had plus been plus verb ing plus object, subject plus had plus not plus been plus verb ing plus object. And the rule of since and for is also applicable in this tense too. We used since and for in continuous perfect present tense also. And if you want to refer the definition of this tense, you can refer to our lecture number 8 in our playlist section so that you can understand what is the use of since and for. So guys, since is used to indicate point of time and for is used to indicate a period, right? So let's move on quickly to the practice sentences with correlation and cohesiveness between them. The first sentence is appearing on your screen. I had been studying in my village school since first grade. I had not been studying in a city school since first grade. So first grade is the point of time and therefore since has been used in both positive and negative. The only change in negative sentence is the place, that I had been studying in my village and not in city. So that is the difference, and normally we communicate like this, and all the 10 sentences that you are going to get today are cohesive and correlated with each other. So that is more important, and because the natural communication, whether it is written or verbal, are in this form of a short story. So we must learn that art of creating short stories as well. Second sentence, my family had been living in the village for many years. So here many years is a duration and therefore for has been used. My family had not been living in a city for many years. So here I am talking about my family history or background. My dad had been farming in our village since 1995. My dad had not been farming for few years only. So that's the way we communicate using the positive and negative sentences both. He had been rearing cattle too, along with farming. He had not been sitting idle in free time. So here we talk about another activity, a side business we can say. He had been rearing cattle too, that means also. So he had been rearing cattle too, along with farming. So he would not sit idle apart from farming. So he had not been sitting idle in free time. So that is the cohesiveness between positive and negative. Fifth sentence, my parents had been taking care of me since my birth. Since my birth, because my birth is a point of time, the date and time when I was born. So my parents had not been lazing in bringing me up, right? Sixth sentence, we all siblings had been studying together since 8th standard or 8th grade. We all siblings had not been studying separate, right? So all these sentences, if you see them here in this sentence, our school is a subject. So our school had been teaching us English since 5th. So all the sentences accommodate all the kinds of varieties that we have learned until now during the course. Our school had been teaching us English since 5th standard or grade. Our school had not been teaching us English since first grade, right? So in this part of world, if I talk about learning of English, English is taught as a subject in schools and colleges. Some schools start teaching students the subject of English language from 5th standard, and some schools they teach throughout in English. So they start from the very first grade. I had been trying to learn good English for years. I had not been trying to learn good English, good Hindi for years. So Hindi is our native language, so we don't need to learn that, and that's why the cohesiveness between the positive and negative sentences can be maintained. I had been trying to learn good English and not Hindi, right? We know Hindi already. I had been looking for a decent online course for last some time. Here, because of the length of the sentence, positive sentence, negative sentence has been not written, but not is applicable only after to be's root of had or have has in case of present tense, continuous perfect present tense. So it's not that much difficult for you to understand and write while practicing as well. I had been looking for a decent online course for last some time. Last some time is a duration, and therefore for is used over here. 10th sentence, my friend had been advising me to watch the Leo English Hub for a long time. For a long time he has been suggesting me to watch the videos, whether the quality of initial lectures are good or not, but uh, he had been advising me to watch the Leo English Hub for a long time, because the method they use in Leo English Hub is effective and really very easy. So guys, here are 10 sentences, and I hope you would make n number of sentences using your own thoughts and ideas, and also please make sure that those sentences are in cohesiveness and they are correlated between each other. So we will see you in the next lecture with more fruitful information. Until then, like our video lectures, and don't forget to subscribe our channel and share it to your friends and family, so that they also get an opportunity to learn English grammar and other English skills effectively in a very easy manner. Thank you very much guys for joining us today.